Good morning, students. Welcome to my class. Today we are going to start with a new activity. But at the beginning, we are going to remember the topic of the last class. The last class, we made some exercise about the use of have to and don't have to. Do you remember? So, can you tell me when do you use have to? That's right, in order to show an obligation, okay? And can you tell me the structure of that in a sentence? Okay, remember, we are going to use the subject have to or has to, the verb in the base form, and the complement, okay? Remember, we are going to use has to when our subject is related to the third singular person, he, she, or it, okay? As I said before, today we are going to work in a new topic. Today we are going to make a unit review. So the topic for today is the word in your hands. And what is the objective? To practice the topics of the unit through some exercise, okay? So today we are going to check that. Do you remember how you can express your feelings? Do you remember when do you use reported speech? Okay, so today we are going to check that in order to understand better, okay? So pay attention. Open your books in the page number 51 in that part. The word in your hands, okay? We are going to do this exercise in order to practice, okay? So pay attention. The exercise number 1. Write adjectives to describe how the person is feeling in each of the situations. Do you remember the feelings that we review? Can you tell me? That's right. Happy, calm, angry, relaxed, proud, confused, what else? Worried, okay? What else? Sad, okay? That are some adjectives that we review in the unit, okay? So we have to put one of them here. Tenemos que ponerlos aquí, according to the situation. Pay attention. You are lying in a down, listening to your favorite song. Everything is peaceful, okay? So what is the feeling? That's right. In this case, we can use some adjectives, okay? For example, I think that we can use relax. Okay, another? That's right, calm, okay? That situation makes me feel calm, okay? The second, you don't understand this activity. What is your feeling? Angry, okay? Maybe you can feel angry because you don't understand. Another feeling? That's right, confusing. So, I don't understand. I feel confused, okay? The letter C. You are waiting for your friend and she is very late. She has not called you. How do you feel in this situation? Okay, worried because you don't know anything about your friend. The letter D. You and your mom have had an argument, okay? So pay attention. What is the meaning of argument? Look in your dictionaries. That's right, it's like a fight, okay? So how do you feel? Okay, you can feel angry or maybe sad, okay? You are sad because you had an argument with your mother. The letter E. You have just helped an elderly person cross the street, okay? You help someone. How do you feel? ¿Cómo se siente cuando ayudamos a alguien? Okay, you can feel happy because that is a good action. Or maybe you can feel proud. That's right. The letter F. You have just received a fantastic birthday present. Okay? How do you feel when you receive something? ¿Cómo se siente cuando recibe algo? A present, un regalo. That's right. You feel happy. That is the most common feeling. We are going to continue with the next exercise, okay? Read the message from Kimberly and complete the dialogue by reporting what she says. Use the prompts, okay? In this case, we are going to review the reported speech, okay? Here you have a conversation of the Kimberly's dad and Kimberly's mom. And here you have the message. Aquí tenemos el mensaje. Y aquí tenemos la conversación del papá y la mamá de Kimberly, ¿ok? So, you have to report. Usted tiene que reportar lo que Kimberly dijo in that part, ¿ok? In that part, you are going to report, tell stories, ¿ok? So, here you have that part. Aquí tiene esa parte. And, mom, yes, fine, happy. Makes me happy, ¿ok? So, you have to report that part. Okay, here you have an example. Who is the text from? Kimberly. Okay, the mom is going to report. La mamá va a reportar lo que dijo Kimberly. She says she is in the park with Bob. Okay, who is Bob? Asks the father. Pregunta el papá. One of the elderly people. Okay. So you are going to report that. He is telling me lots of stories. Esto es lo que usted va a reportar aquí. ¿Ok? Ella dice que él está contando historias. ¿Ok? That is the way. That exercise you are going to do. The exercise number 3. Complete the volunteer guidelines from the animal shelter with must or must not. ¿Ok? Remember, we use must or mustn't in order to express an obligation, okay? Related to must not in order to express a prohibition, okay? But that is an obligation. Sigue siendo una obligación, pero algo que no debemos hacer, okay? For example, all volunteers attend orientation. What do you use, must or must not? That's right, must. All volunteers must attend orientation. Okay, that is an obligation, a positive obligation, a rule. You follow the schedule. What do you use? That's right, you must follow the schedule. That is a rule. You keep the shelter clean at all times. That is correct. You must keep the shelter clean. Tú debes mantener el refugio limpio. Okay, there is a rule, an obligation. You make loud noise in the shelter. This will disturb the animals. In this case, there is a prohibition. So, you are going to use mustn't. You mustn't make loud noises in the shelter. Tú no debes hacer sonidos ruidosos en el refugio o sonidos muy altos. This will disturb the animals. And the last one, you smoke in around the animal shelter. What is the meaning of smoke? Smoke, sorry. Okay, that's right. So is a prohibition. You mustn't smoke in or around the animal shelter. Tú no debes fumar. That's right. The next exercise. Complete the sentence about your life. Okay, in this case we have to use have to or don't have to. Here you have an example. What do you have to do at home? And what do you don't have to do at home? ¿Qué tiene que hacer en su casa y qué no tiene que hacer en su casa? And that is the same. At the school, I have to or I don't have to. Okay? You are going to do that. For example, at home, I have to clean my room. At the school, I don't have to. ¿Qué no tengo que hacer en la escuela? For example, I don't have to use my cell phone in class. Okay, that is a rule. You don't have to do it. Usted no lo puede hacer. Okay, so you are going to complete one sentence with I have to or I don't have to at home or at the school. I have to and I don't have to do. Okay, and we are going to do the last exercise. Read advice for volunteers. Then think of volunteer organization and work in pairs to discuss your answer and questions. Okay, we are going to read that. Okay, as you notice, there is maybe there is a group of volunteer teens, and we are going to read what it's about. Okay, vamos a leer. Sorry, wait a minute, please. That is some complicated. Okay, so slowly. Okay, it says, be prepared. Questions for volunteers. When you call a volunteer organization to offer your time, be ready to answer the questions like this. Okay, we are going to review the questions. So we are going to answer these questions. Okay, vamos a resolver estas preguntas. Why do you want to volunteer for our organization? Okay, for example, I want to be a volunteer because I like to help people. Okay, that is my answer. You have to do your own answer. What do you know about our organization? For example, it could be, I don't have many details about your organization, but I am interested our idea in order to help people, or in your case, in order to help animals. Okay? How many hours a week are you able to volunteer? Okay, for example, in my case, I can help you on the weekends, okay, because in this time I am free. On a week I can help you the Monday, on the Thursday, on the evenings. Okay, that is my time. The fourth, what are you interested? Okay, I love your organization, I love your ideas, but I am interested in order to help animals, in order to take care, in order to feed them, in order to look for a new home. Okay, do you have any special skills? That's right. For example, as I said before, I love to take care of animals. So I am passionate. Okay, and I know how do you combine two animals in order to feed them if they have any problem. Okay. And do you have a way to get here? That's right. That question you are going to ask you. Okay, but I am going to give you an example. Do you have a way to get here? Okay, for example, yes, of course, my mother has a car, so she can take me. Okay, or maybe I can take a bus in order to go to your organization. Okay, And that's right, as I said before, you have to write your own answers. Usted tiene que escribir sus propias preguntas about that. Okay? So remember, what is your homework? You have to do the exercise number 1, number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, some of those exercises we review in the class. Algunos ejercicios ya los realizamos, so you only have to copy. Solo tiene que copiar. The rest you have to complete in your notebook. El resto tiene que completarle, in your book. En su cuaderno, en su libro, and you have to send me. Y me los tiene que enviar. So thank you, students. That is all for today. I hope that you have enjoyed the class, or I hope that you have learned something else. Okay? So that is all for today. Have a nice day and a nice weekend. Okay? Goodbye, students.